I just found an amazing dividend stock. We're going to be analyzing it today. This is Nucor, ticker symbol NUE. Let's talk about that. What's going on, subscribers? Welcome back to another brand new video from the Flaming Profits YouTube channel, where we teach you how to become a more profitable investor in the stock market. Yes, that's right. So make sure you're subscribed to the Flaming Profits YouTube channel. That way you do not miss out on any brand new content that will make you more money. That's what we're all about. Profits will make you a fortune, whereas a wage will only make you a living. So pay attention on what will make you profits. Alright, make sure you like the video before we do get started. I do want to share some amazing referral links. So M1 Finance right now, actually for this whole month, they're offering free $20 for anyone who signs up, who's a new customer using their brokerage. So I would definitely take advantage of this. $20 is a lot of money to begin giving away for free just by signing up. I would definitely do this if I had the chance, but I already have a brokerage with them. So if you don't, I highly recommend you to do this. The link is in the description for you to get your $20 with M1 Finance. With Robinhood, you get a free stock as soon as you sign up. This is my absolutely favorite brokerage. I highly recommend it. It's very easy to use, and you can use it on your mobile phone, anything like that. And then Acorns, you get $5 of free money as soon as you sign up. This is a platform that I use to invest my cash back. So instead of getting 2%, I end up getting about 7 to 8 just by investing the cash back. And then we have Webull. You get 2 free stocks as soon as you sign up. It's very easy to do, and I actually got this offer and I sold them both. So I got about $15 of free money because I decided to sell a stock. So it's basically free money. And then for this Discover credit card, you get $50 sign up bonus as soon as you sign up, and you get 1 to 2% cash back on every single purchase that you make with this card. If you're not getting cash back on every purchase you make, you definitely are doing something wrong. So make sure you take advantage of these. All the links are in the description. Alright, so there's 3 main things that I look at when deciding to invest in any stock that's a dividend payer. Number 1 is this technical analysis. So I want to see an uptrending pattern on the max chart. This is very important. I will not buy a stock that is not having an uptrending pattern on the max chart. So this is something that I always verify that the stock has. Number 2, the balance sheet. It has to have more assets than liabilities. The dividend history. It has to have a payout ratio near or less than 50% and dividend growth of at least 10 or more years in order to be a good stock investment. Alright, so if you haven't heard of Nucor before, it is an American producer of steel and related products. So they focus on steel, and they basically manufacture a lot of different products that involve steel. And they're actually very, very huge in the United States. And they're actually only in the United States, but they are the largest steel producer basically in the entire United States. So it's a very big company. You might have never heard of them because they usually don't make products for like normal residents or customers. It's mainly for businesses or other industries that use their products and services. It's also a very old company. It was founded in 1940, so 80 years ago. That's a very long time ago, and this is a good sign when investing in a company because this means that the company is very resilient and has been able to last for a long time. So it basically means that they're able to go through recessions or any difficult circumstances that would normally arise through time. They have a bunch of different divisions between Nucor. So they focus on steel. They have different operations located through several states. Many subsidiaries with Nucor. So they all focus on mainly steel, but they have different departments like cold finish, steel joist, Nucor fastener, Harris rebar, Skyline steel, Nucor cells, and Nucor grading. So yeah, it seems like they're very diversified, but they're definitely leaders in that specific industry, which is steel. It's important to notice this. They were fined in 2000 $98 million for some issue they had with the EPA, Environmental Protection Agency. Apparently, they were having emissions of toxic chemicals into the air, water, and soil of Alabama, all those different states, due to their production. This is something to watch out for. You want to make sure that the company doesn't go into legal issues, because this can be costly to the company. So this costs them a lot of money, $98 million. So I hope that they're able to prevent this in the future. That way we don't have those excessive fees that they could have used in other ways, the money. Alright, subscribers, so here's my $1,000 per month dividend portfolio on Robinhood. So this is NUE. I have 15 shares of NUE, equity about 828. The total return is negative right now, but with a dividend portfolio, I don't care about the return because I'm not planning on selling the stock. I'm planning on keeping it forever because I'm relying on those dividend payments. Alright, so here's a buy rating on why you might want to invest in Nucor. Nucor's sound financial health provides the company with flexibility that will help management seize growth opportunities and make strategic investments to help control input costs. This is why it's so important for a company to have a great financial health. Nucor's leverage to scrap processing by its acquisition of David J. Joseph and natural gas drilling by its partnership with Encana will allow the company to remain profitable even during periods of high input cost volatility. So this is amazing that they have a great balance sheet and they have partnerships to be able to leverage basically extra profits that they wouldn't have had been able to make without this partnership. So this is great and definitely a reason why you should invest in Nucor. Now let's talk about the sell rating, why you might not want to invest in this company. It's always important to take a look at both sides before choosing to buy a stock. So the sell rating says the elevated import volumes will continue to weigh on Nucor's performance. So I'm guessing a lot of the products they make are also being imported, and this is hurting them since they're buying from other companies. Nucor will struggle to drive margin expansion due to the continued impact on the global overcapacity on pricing. Nucor's operations are exclusively concentrated in the U.S., which limits the company's ability to supply higher growth markets. So this means that they can't get into China, Russia, or any other country that they choose to, because they're solely focused on the United States and based here. So this can be a good and bad thing, but it's always nice to have international basically money for your company. So it's kind of sucks that it's only US based, but I still think that it's a good investment. So we'll analyze the rest here. So this is the earnings, and then we have the categories that Nucor belongs in. So materials, metals, steel, manufacturing, North America, minerals, concrete, United States. This shows actually the dividend payment that I received. I didn't even notice this. Well, it's set for February 11, 2020, so it's still pending, but it's $6.04. So basically these dividend payments, what I do is once I receive them, I hold them in my portfolio and eventually I use them to buy even more dividend stocks. So receiving more dividend payments actually helps me because I'm able to reinvest and grow my dividend portfolio a lot faster, which will get me to the $1,000 per month very fast because I'm continuing to invest a lot of money into this portfolio, and I'm also reinvesting the dividends that I'm getting. So it's kind of like a cycle that keeps on happening every single month. Here's another brief description of Nucor. So Nucor Corp engages in the manufacturing of steel and steel products. It operates through several different segments such as steel mills, steel products, and raw materials. The steel mills segment comprises carbon and alloy steel in sheet, bar, structural, and plate, steel trading business, rebar distribution business, and Nucor's equity method investments. The steel products segment includes steel joists and joist grinders, steel deck, fabricated concrete reinforcing steel, cold finish steel, steel fasteners, metal building systems, steel grading, tubular products, businesses, piling product business. So a lot of this stuff I'm actually not very familiar with, but it sounds like these products are used for a lot of construction and sort of like general business needs that a company might need for factories or anything like that. The company was founded by Ransom E. Olds in 1905, so a very old company, which I like. It's headquartered in Charlotte, North Carolina, and the ticker symbol is NUE. Alright, so let's talk about the technical analysis of Nucor, NUE. So I always notice the MAC chart in any stock. I think that's the most important time period because a month graph will not tell you anything significant. A year graph will not tell you anything significant either. Neither will a 5-year. The most important is a MAC chart. You want to make sure that throughout its history, it always tends to be making higher highs, just like this. This symbolizes good growth, and that's exactly what you want the stock to do because you have your hard-earned money invested in it. You want to make sure that it grows. That's the whole point. I would never invest in a stock that has a declining pattern along its MAC chart. So that checks out there. Now let's go ahead and analyze the balance sheet. So a company that you invest in has to have a great balance sheet because this is going to determine whether the company is going to continue to pay its dividend and be able to survive, especially through difficult economic circumstances where there might not be that much money or customers. So right now they have 17 billion. You see how they're constantly growing their total assets? They're actually at the highest they've ever been, 17 billion. So this is a good sign. Now let's take a look at the total liabilities. This is basically debt that the company has. So what you're going to do is you're going to subtract your total liabilities from the total assets. And you want to make sure that they have a positive number, meaning they have more assets and liabilities. This is very important to do because you want to make sure the company you are investing in has a strong financial health, and this is the best way for you to examine this by looking at the total assets versus total liabilities. So yeah, we're doing that right now, and we're going to get a final result. So 10 billion in extra cash that they can use to invest in whatever they want or continue to grow the company, pay its dividends, all of that. So this is great. So let's talk about the most impressive feature of the stock, and that's its dividend history. So this stock pays a dividend yield of 2.82%, as you see here. The annualized payout for every single share that you own is $1.61 every single year. The payout ratio is a whopping 36.39%. That is amazing for a dividend stock. This means that the company is not paying a lot of their money out into dividends. So it's very, very low. And this is a great thing because this basically means that the company is going to be able to continue to pay its dividend for a lifetime as long as they continue to maintain this payout ratio. A lot of companies have a payout ratio higher than 50%. They're basically giving away all of their money just to make the dividend payments. And the other most impressive thing is that the dividend growth has been on a 45-year streak. This means that this company has been continuing to increase their dividend, so not only pay it out, but actually increase it. So instead of paying you 2.82%, they're increasing it. And they've been able to do this for 45 years now. This is amazing, and this basically sells the stock for me. That's all I need to know, and that basically means that as long as I continue to hold this investment, this company will continue to grow its dividend and continue to pay that dividend. And this is the most important thing for me, especially for this $1,000 per month dividend challenge. I want to make sure I have reliable stocks like this that will continue to pay that dividend. If you want to see some history of the dividend, as you see here, actually recently, last month, they paid a dividend of 40 cents per share, 40.4025. So as you see there, it actually increased it from the bottom one. It's not that significant, but if you take all the years that you're receiving the dividend payment, it actually ends up being a lot. from the number of shares that you own. So yeah, that's pretty much the dividend history of the stock and the performance related to the dividend payment. So NUE is part of my $1,000 Robinhood portfolio, where I'm planning on earning $1,000 every single month, and I have 15 shares of this stock. It has a dividend yield of 2.75. The monthly payout for the number of shares that I have is $2.01, so every month they're paying me that amount. The quarterly payout for every 3 months that they pay me is $6.04. The yearly payout that this company pays me is $24.15. The pay per share that you will receive from NUE is 40 cents for every single share that you own. My average cost per share is $57.16. The total cost for this investment was $857.40. So basically, with this series, the $1,000 monthly dividend challenge, I'm growing a portfolio to eventually achieve a $1,000 per month dividend payment every single month. And I'm actually documenting my entire journey from beginning to finish. Right now, the current monthly payment that we have is listed right here on the bottom. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. So my current monthly dividend payment for all the stocks that I own is $36.63 every single month. The monthly amount that I need now is $963, so we were able to drop it from $1,000 to $963. Alright, subscribers, so there we go. That is Nucor NUE. Thank you all so much for tuning in for today's video. I hope that you learned a lot. Let me know what you think about NUE. Is this a good investment for you? Let me know in the comment section down below. I want to know your opinion, and I also just want to have a conversation with you guys in the comment section. Also, make sure you like the video if you enjoyed it. It really helps me out, and this takes a lot of time to produce, so I really appreciate any support that you guys can provide for me. So yeah, also make sure you subscribe, that way you do not miss out on any brand new videos. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.